Hey everyone, welcome back to the Aligned Strength Podcast. I'm your host, Mandy Scow, and this episode is our 20th episode already. I am recording this episode on the road. Currently, I am in Indianapolis for our son's baseball tournament and heading straight to Chicago for another tournament, kind of blending together and with only a day and a half or so in between them, and it's not paying for us to drive all the way back home, which is about just over 7 hours back home to from Indianapolis. So I'm glad I grabbed all my podcast equipment because we are recording this podcast from the hotel room in Indianapolis. So, but while I've been staying here at the hotel, I have been able to get in a couple workouts, which has been great between games to be able to do that. And I also actually took the time to stretch. And as I was stretching, it dawned on me how I actually really suck at taking time to stretch. I'm horrible at taking the time to stretch. And then I said to myself, well, this would be a great topic to have a podcast topic talking about stretching. Also tomorrow is July 8th, and I'm turning 43. And let me tell you, nothing will humble you more quite like realizing that your body doesn't bounce back the way it used to. One thing that's become crystal clear to me lately is that stretching is no longer an option. It is a must. So today's episode is all about stretching, why it matters, how often you should do it, how it supports your body long term. And yes, I will be walking you through a mini stretch session right here on the podcast that you can save for later, write down if you can, do the stretch with us when we go through it here later in the episode. So that will be good too. So let's start with this quote. The quote says, "Stretching is how I say thank you to my body. It's not punishment, it's presence. It's not extra, it's essential. It's not selfish, it's self-respect." So why does stretching matter? Well, let's talk about the facts, and especially when you're in your 40s and beyond. As we age, our muscles naturally lose elasticity. We become more prone to tightness, stiffness, and even injury. You might notice your hips or your hamstrings feeling tighter than they used to, or maybe your lower back nags at you after a workout or a long day. So stretching helps with improving your mobility and flexibility. Stretching lengthens muscles and improves your range of motion in your joints. When muscles are tight, they limit how freely your body can move. By stretching regularly, you increase your flexibility, which allows for smoother, more controlled movements, which is especially important as we age. Stretching also helps with better posture. Poor posture is often caused by tight muscles pulling you out of alignment, like tight chest muscles causing rounded shoulders or tight hip flexors tilting your pelvis. Stretching helps release those imbalances and improves alignment, making it easier to stand tall and move well throughout the day. Stretching also helps to reduce muscle soreness. Stretching after workouts helps flush out lactic acid and promotes nutrient-rich blood flow to the muscles. While it doesn't prevent all soreness, it can reduce the intensity and help you recover faster. Think of it as giving your muscles a reset after hard work. Stretching also helps with improving your circulation. Stretching encourages better blood flow through the muscles, delivering more oxygen and nutrients while helping remove waste products. This boosts energy, helps tissues heal, and even improves how your skin and body feel over time. Stretching helps with injury prevention and also helps with faster recovery. So, tight, stiff muscles are more likely to strain or tear under pressure. Stretching improves your muscle elasticity and joint mobility, reducing the risk of injury during exercise or daily activities. It also keeps connective tissues healthy and supports quicker recovery when you're sore. Stretching helps with stress relief. It calms the nervous system. Stretching activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest part of your body's stress response. Combined with deep breathing, it lowers cortisol levels and releases tension stored in the muscles, especially in areas like your neck, shoulders, and hips. It helps you feel grounded, calm, and mentally clear. The truth is, no matter how strong or active you are, if you're not stretching, you're limiting your progress and putting your body at risk. So here's a good question. How often should you stretch, and for how long? Well, we can keep it simple. Daily movement equals daily stretching. Even 5 to 10 minutes makes a difference. 5 to 10 minutes daily, 5 minutes daily can make a big difference. If you're working out 3 to 5 times a week, aim to stretch after every workout. And once or twice a week, do a deeper full body stretch. Try holding each stretch for at least 30 seconds, maybe even up to a minute, but at least 30 seconds. No bouncing, just breathing into that stretch and holding that stretch for 30 seconds. And here's something that most people overlook. Hydration and stretching go hand in hand. Muscles are like sponges. When you're dehydrated, they're dry and stiff. Your muscles are dry and stiff if you're not drinking enough water and you're dehydrated. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water, especially if you're adding more stretching into your routine. And if you're taking creatine, like you should, you want to drink more water anyways, because you need to drink more water if you're taking creatine. But also, if you're adding stretching, more stretching daily, like you should, drink more water too. So just drink lots of water. Okay, so I'm going to go through 5 stretching moves that you can do right now. So if you are in a space where you can stand up, some of these you can stay seated for, try these 5 stretching moves. We're going to go through it together. And if you're not in a time that you, or a space that you can do this, come back to this part of the episode and give this a try. So 5 stretching moves we can do right now. Grab a mat, grab a towel, or anything. Let's walk through these. Number 1 is a standing forward fold. So what this is going to be stretching is your hamstrings and your back. So what you're going to do is stand tall. Then you're going to hinge at the hips and let your torso fold over. Let your arms dangle down towards the floor. You can slightly bend your knees. Hold this for 30 seconds. Breathe deeply. Okay, the second stretch, number 2, is called a figure 4 stretch. This is going to stretch your hips and your glutes, which is those big muscles in your butt cheeks, your glutes and your hips. So let's stretch those out with this figure 4 stretch. So you are either going to sit or lie on your back, cross your right ankle over your left knee, grab behind your left thigh, and gently pull towards you. You are going to hold for 30 seconds, and then you're going to switch and do the same on the opposite side for 30 seconds. Number 3, seated spinal twist. Now, this is going to stretch your back and your core, so your muscles all the way around your waist. So back and core. Let's stretch those with a seated spinal twist. So you're going to sit tall with legs extended, bend your right knee and cross it over your left leg. Plant your right foot on the ground. Gently twist toward the bent knee, using your left arm to guide you. Then hold for 30 seconds, and then you'll release, and then we're going to switch to the other side. Same thing on the other side. All right, number 4, chest opener is what this stretch is called. It's a chest opener. You are going to be stretching your chest and your shoulders. So clasp your hands behind your back or hold onto a towel. So grab a towel and hold that behind your back. So you can take your hands behind your back, clasp your hands, and hold them behind your back. You're going to feel how your chest opens up. Pull your arms back and down as you lift your chest. Hold for 30 seconds and breathe into that tight chest space. Hold and take deep breaths. After 30 seconds, release. Number 5, the 5th stretch, is a calf stretch. So this is going to be working and stretching your lower legs and ankles. So what you're going to do is stand facing a wall, step 1 foot back, and press the heel into the floor. Bend the front knee and lean forward until you feel a stretch in the back leg's calf. Okay, so if you're facing the wall and you step your left foot back and your right foot is closer to the wall, left foot back, push that left heel into the ground, bend your right knee and lean forward. Feel that stretch down that left calf. Hold, and then you're going to want to switch sides. So again, 5 excellent stretches we just went through. Keep track of this time in the episode. Come back to it. This will be a good stretch. Try doing these 5 stretches at some point in the next week. These 5 are a really good routine that you can get into as far as stretching goes. So moving on, let's talk about how stretching is a form of self-respect. We often think of stretching as something quote-unquote extra. Something we'll do if we have time after a workout, or if we're sore, or if we just feel like it and have the time to do it. But the truth is, stretching is not a luxury. It's a way of honoring your body. And here's why. You're listening to your body. Stretching forces you to slow down and tune in. When you stretch, you're checking in with how your body feels. When you're going through a stretch, you might be thinking in your head, like, my hips are tight, or I have tense shoulders. My lower back is stiff. What's going through your head when you're stretching and what you're feeling, that awareness is an act of self-respect. You're saying to yourself, I hear you, body. I'm not ignoring your signals. So you're protecting your future self when you stretch. You're protecting your future self. Stretching may not give you visible abs or make you sweat, but it does something better. It preserves your long-term health and mobility. Respecting yourself means looking out for you for tomorrow. The one who wants to bend, the one who wants to move, that person who wants to walk, dance, and lift for decades to come. That's what stretching is going to help you keep doing. It's going to help you with long-term health and mobility. You're valuing rest as much as work. Our culture celebrates hustle and intensity, but it takes real strength to say rest is just as important. So you are valuing rest as much as work, or you need to. So remember that rest is just as important as the hustle and intensity. Stretching is your permission to slip to the pause, to breathe, to slow down. It's a reset physically, mentally, and emotionally. That pause, that is respect to yourself. You're releasing stored stress and emotion. Our bodies hold on to emotional tension, especially in places like our hips, our jaw, our shoulders. Stretching isn't just physical, it's an emotional release. It's you saying to yourself, I deserve to let this go. You're releasing. Stretching is releasing. You're letting it go, and you deserve that. You are worth the time. You are worth the time to take 5 minutes a day to yourself to stretch. If you can make time to move your body, you can make time to care for it afterwards. Stretching is a 5 to 10 minute declaration saying to yourself, I am worthy of care, not just the effort. This is like going through this is just like a huge reminder and like talking to myself. This is like me talking into a mirror right now to myself because I need to hear this probably more than anybody, that I need to do it. And I can definitely feel it in my body that I just need to take the time to stretch, which, yoga, I try to do yoga as much as I can. Fall, winter is usually the time that I can get in the most. But, and if you or anybody joins in on my yoga classes that we have at the gym and I'm the instructor, a lot of it is more deep stretching yoga, and flowing through the moves for getting some deep stretches in. So yoga kind of goes hand in, for me anyways, I like that type of yoga where it's some good deep stretching involved. Here's a good reminder. You don't have to earn your stretch. Stretching isn't just for cool downs, it's self-care. It's how we honor the strength we've built and give our bodies the space to keep showing up for us. So today's takeaway: start with 5 minutes a day. You deserve to feel good in your body. Give your muscles what they're asking for. They're asking for you to hydrate them. They're asking for you to stretch them. Breathe and repeat. This is literally what your muscles are saying to you. Hydrate, stretch, breathe, repeat. A good goal for you. Goal. Go through the 5 stretches, 5 stretching moves that we went over earlier in the episode. Do each for 30 seconds. This is an easy and manageable goal. Try and fit that in sometime within the next week. Easy goal. Let's finish with the quote that we mentioned at the beginning of the episode. So the quote says, "Stretching is how I say thank you to my body. It's not punishment, it's presence. It's not extra, it's essential. It's not selfish, it's self-respect." Thank you all so much for being here for our 20th episode. I'm feeling so grateful for the community of listeners that we have and for the gift of movement, even if it means slowing down to stretch a little bit more. Make sure to follow us, subscribe to these episodes, and if you haven't already, please leave us a review. And don't forget to tag me or send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, and get a stretch in, get that stretch segment in, and let me know how you feel afterwards. If you post about it, tag us at Fit For You with Mandy. I'd love to see you taking time for you. Until next time, stay strong, stay aligned, and stretch it out.